Bonus.
Hey, this is Brian, and before we begin, I want to set up the start of this bonus episode. Before we'd hit record, Zachy read me a message he'd received, playfully stating that in our Odyssey review, he had gone pretty hard on people who had been bad-mouthing the movie before they'd seen it. This led to a conversation between Zachy and I about performative bad-mouthing and negativity on the internet, and, well, it pretty much picks up right about there.
It's interesting because I think what we saw, and this is something I talked about on our show, several years ago, how there was a tendency towards what I call like performative wokeness, and I found that very phony and hollow too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I mean, to me, this is like two peas in a pod, right? These are the extremes that need each other.
Yeah. I mean, so much of it is performative now. I mean, even the stuff, there's the obvious stuff. I talk about this all the time. I don't want to lump all influencers in with this, but many influencers have this thing where it's like, okay, a studio has paid me to go watch this movie, so I'll go in here and put this hat they gave me on, and I'll act like this was the most transcendent night of my life.
Yeah.
And when it's extra phony and performative and they're playing like a character, almost like, what they're doing? I think these things are directed at adults, I have to imagine, but they're acting like a character out of like a Blue's Clues TV show. I saw this movie tonight. You won't believe what it is. It was amazing. My life's different now. And it's like, dude, and so that stuff kind of drives me crazy. But I do think then there are other people, to your point, who are acting like they're genuinely angry about certain things, which they aren't. They just know it's going to get them engagement, clicks, money.
Right.
And to use your phrase, they are, for their own selfish profit, microwaving people's brains.
Yeah. Like, I've used this example before, but back in 1989, there was a movie came out called Batman. I think you've heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a character called Harvey Dent, played by a guy called Billy D. Williams.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to speak for you here, but me personally, I saw the movie, and then later on, I found out that, Harvey Dent is the character Two-Face.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's cool, and that was the extent of my reaction as a 10-year-old.
Lando could be Two-Face. Cool.
Yeah, that was the extent of my reaction. And I have a feeling very broadly that was the extent of most people's reactions.
Yeah.
Right. Now cut to 2026, and we have the Masters of the Universe movie come out, and you have Idris Elba, who is at least as good an actor as Billy D. Williams, at least as respected, cast as Man-at-Arms. And what do we see online? Oh, look at how they're making this woke.
I know.
Right. So this is, to me, a perfect evocation of how our discourse has de-evolved.
Yeah, we didn't used to be like this.
That's what I'm saying.
It's strange.
That's what I'm saying.
I was even recently thinking about the movie Independence Day and just how diverse that cast is.
Mm-hmm.
And when that movie came out in 1996, I wasn't thinking about how diverse that cast was.
Right.
It was just the cast. It's strange. Like, I love that phrase, the microwaved our brains. They have. And for some people, it's scrambled their brains in such a way that now they're spouting stuff that I don't even know that they really feel. They're almost like regurgitating.
Exactly.
And they're making me, who used to not even think about this stuff, notice things where I'm like, oh, someone's going to get mad about that. Right. And I don't even like having that thought. I just want to watch the damn movie.
Yeah.
It's
funny because, again, like using Idris Elba as an example, he is objectively one of our great actors at this moment, right? And any rational person is like, holy shit, you got Idris Elba playing Man-at-Arms?
Yeah, right. That's a get.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And by the way, he was great in that movie.
I thought so too.
And so again, really, let's drill down here. What is it in you? Not you, Brian, just the general.
You pointing at me.
While I have you, Brian, you, that would hear that casting and your reflexive go-to reaction, the base that you touch home to is, oh, this is woke.
Yeah.
I don't think you even understand what that means,
I know, and well, it makes me think. Obviously, well, the Odyssey. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was I was going to go into like three different directions, but speaking of the movie The Odyssey, where there was this whole discourse about like, well, I don't like this actress being cast as this person.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it turns out they're pretty good in it. Well, I don't like that their armor isn't historically accurate. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I'm just mad. That's what it distills down to. I'm just mad. And this is my target now because other people are telling me this is a target this week.
Well, my favorite, because what we're seeing right now, right? We're about a week into the Odyssey's run, and it's well on its way to making all the money.
Yes.
If there is money, it will make it.
Yes. Yes.
So people are showing up, they're enjoying it. I mean, there's sellouts. I mean, it's objectively, empirically a massive hit. And this goes to something you and I talk about all the time. And guess what? If you build it, they will come.
Mm-hmm.
Make stuff people want to see, they're going to show up for it. So now, during the folks who had been decrying the movie's release over the last 2 to 4 months, now they're in kind of their version of the stop the steal moment, where they're like, no, the theaters are faking that they're full. I mean, real cockamamie stuff I'm seeing.
I thank God I haven't seen any of that stuff because I just I don't know how I missed that. So I see some of it, but not all of it. I haven't seen
well,
that.
you have a healthy. You know what's funny, by the way, is I like to believe I have a healthy life online balance because I don't spend too much time in this stuff, in these trenches, But you dip in, and I realize that I've like when I use Twitter, I've got a plugin that basically really filters out a lot of shit.
A plugin.
Yeah. So I don't use the app. I use it in my browser, and I've got, like I said, I just put in a plugin that really it makes it it's still shitty, just to be clear, but it makes it slightly less shitty.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's not really skewing my algorithm very much, but just from talking to people whose heads are ensconced in this, like they're dipping their head in a pool, they really see some of this. But I'm like, man, I couldn't live like that,
Yeah. No.
Like even if I'm paying attention just for critique, I'm like, this is like Donnie Brasco territory, like right. But I saw, in addition to this, the theaters are lying about the seats being full, which totally, that sounds like something AMC would do, right? Like if people want to watch the Odyssey, they'll be like, sorry, it's sold out, wink, right? That's what Regal is all about,
Yeah.
But I saw somebody online was like, it posted a picture of Elliot Page and Lupita Nyong'o in the Odyssey, and they're like, well, if their screen time is so short, then why did the studio put them all over the marketing? And it's like, bro, they didn't.
No.
That's you guys.
Right.
That's y'all.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. The anger. It's so.
It's weird. I mean, there's so many. See, this I had a conversation with this about this rather with my friend Wajahat Ali over the weekend, and we were just talking about the box office reception to the Odyssey and everything else. And one thing I said is I think this proves two things. Number one, it proves how well, two things. First, it proves that Elon Musk has utterly destroyed Twitter. Like any utility it had,
right,
is gone. Right. Because by virtue of whatever he's done to that site algorithmically, he's shown that it has no bearing or reflection of the overwhelming majority of humanity.
Right. Yeah. Good point.
The stuff that people are pissed off about on that hell site, other people are just living their life.
Mm-hmm.
And so, talk about spending $4 billion and just throwing it down the drain. So all of this is, I mean, it's interesting because the Odyssey, I'm going to say even 10 years ago, none of this woke discourse or anything would have even plugged in. It would have been a standard 4-quadrant blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so, again, you see how things have changed where, again, everything is so you have engagement farmers whose income, whose livelihood is contingent upon you getting pissed off.
Yeah.
And we got to think about that,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, shit, I used to, Man, I used to say this about talk radio back in the day, you know?
Yeah, but it didn't have like the reach.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, now
crazy.
we all have the device in our pockets, every single one of us.
I mean, it's just the next evolution of that, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, it taps into the way human beings are wired. We're all susceptible to it. It's just
Right.
some people are able to recognize it and reject it, whereas others just, I don't know, just the way they're wired or whatever insidious way it's reached them, they might more easily fall prey to it, you know? And then get their brains microwaved.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because we really, I mean, we seek validation, and sometimes that validation comes in some random bot hitting like on whatever stupid nonsense we posted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. You could say something just egregiously stupid, you know. 9/11 happened because of Steve from Blue's Clues, and most people would be like, all right, let's just walk past this guy, don't make eye contact. But you put that on Twitter, you're gonna have like 3 people who hit like, 3 accounts that hit like,
mm-hmm.
and suddenly you're like, all right, look at this, I got some takers for my shit,
Yeah,
and that's a problem,
Yeah, I mean, if you've got enough people willing to kill themselves thinking they'll join a spaceship behind a comet,
that's right.
Obviously, enough people are wired, in such a way that they will see that comment to go, interesting,
That's right.
And also, I want to say, I think what I was just saying right before you were speaking, people who see this stuff and then maybe they're susceptible and then they get sort of converted or something. I'm making it sound like they're all innocent. Some of them maybe, and then they do get their wires fried. But other people, they have this darkness in their heart already, and they're just being emboldened. So I don't want to make it sound like all these people are innocent. It is making some people who have these things inside go, oh, I can say the quiet part loud now?
Right. I mean, there is, there has historically been sort of like social regulation, right? You exist among people, and by virtue of having to interact in your day-to-day existence, you kind of figure out, the proper way to conduct yourself. And we can call it censorship, self-censorship, or just like coexisting. But it's that same thing, right? Like just how to be, right? And far too often social media has actually fed our antisocial instincts, where it's like, well, I just want to say whatever I want, and if you don't like it, tough. Without any cost attached, right? And that's kind of what we're seeing, right? Like, again, a lot of these folks on the internet, the rage farmers, well, they've built their brand, they've built their livelihood around it, so they're doing fine. But the people who follow in their footsteps, maybe not so much. I think that the success of the unquestionable success of the Odyssey is, maybe this is the optimist in me here, maybe it's the thing that finally breaks this mass delusion that somehow social media matters.
Yeah
Because I think there's a lot of folks who are like tweeners who maybe just kind of listen to these folks, are going to watch this movie and be like, I don't know, man, what's the big deal?
Yeah, I have seen some people do that.
So, maybe it took Christopher Nolan to make this happen,
Yeah, he's the chosen one.
The chosen one for this moment, anyway.
Wait, actually, I want to ask, you were going to see it a second time. Did that pan out?
I'm trying.
Okay.
it's I've had this convergence of, we have guests staying over, plus it's a 3-hour movie, plus trying to get into, I'm not even bothering trying to get into a 70 millimeter. I just want to get into the Fomax in my neighborhood. But even that has been somewhat challenging. So I expect it'll probably be sometime next week, hopefully.
Yeah, I've spoken with people who are trying to do the IMAX thing, and they're like, yeah, no, it's booked through August.
Yeah, and it's tough because I'm telling people, look, just go see it. Go see it on a big screen. You'll be fine.
That's what I was saying. I was like, would that be nice? Would that be cool? Absolutely. And if you get an opportunity, that would be great. But really, truly, at the heart of it, it's a great story.
Yeah.
Told in a really exciting and epic way. And just go to the theater and you're going to get that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they've done the work of making people really want to see the 70 millimeter IMAX. So kudos on the marketing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it will be a great experience for sure. And I didn't see Odyssey in 70 millimeter, but I saw Oppenheimer in 70 millimeter, and it was fantastic. So I know you'll get something special, but the movie itself is special too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping to catch my second viewing sometime in the coming week. And of course we got Spider-Man Brand New Day coming up, so it's like I'm sort of balancing many plates because I have kids who want to watch this, and I have like multiple screenings of Spider-Man in the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
These are good problems to have, but yeah, this is because my wife wants to watch Odyssey and I want to go see it with her, and again it's having somebody watch the baby for 3 hours can be more challenging.
Oh man, I can't even imagine. Yeah, I mean, 3 hours, that's just the film. Then it's
right.
Getting to the theater and getting back and previews if you're.
Yeah, I mean, in that sense, we are very fortunate because, and this because our movie theater is like less than a 5-minute drive.
Yeah, both of us are really lucky.
Right. So it's like I'm able to budget based on like, okay, I know exactly when to park so I can roll into the theater just as the trailers are ending,
Mm-hmm.
And this also helps me in that I know this is something you complain about where like I keep seeing this trailer again and again. I'm like, man, I don't ever see the trailers.
Really? Oh my gosh. The Cat in the Hat. If I had to hear him say, "Did you say toot fart?" one more time, I was going to lose it.
I've not seen it even once.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I know there's like a Jessica Chastain movie that I guess.
Oh, yes.
What's the story behind this?
By the way, so it's called Other Mommy, I think.
Okay.
And I was like, Other Mother was right there.
Right. It was right there.
It drives me crazy. I've seen it twice now. And the way they do it is it's like a all white screen and it's just like OTHER. And I was like, oh, Other Mother. Genius. If I worked at a studio and you dropped a script on my desk that said Other Mother, I'd read it immediately. I don't know why. It's just a great title. But then it's like Other Mommy. I was like, no, what?
So is this like a horror picture?
Yeah. So it's, this is one of those unique things where I don't think people would be talking about this trailer, except Odyssey is such a phenomenon that so many people have experienced that everyone is now seeing this particular trailer. And so it's getting talked about like it is. Basically, it starts with Jessica Chastain is this sort of Stepford Wivesy seeming mother, like, oh, hi, do you want some ice cream? Like being really sweet to the girl. But then you realize there's something kind of off. And then it turns out that's not really her mom. And it's like some sort of duplicate. And the moment everyone's talking about is the girl then walks into the kitchen in another scene and doesn't see the mom at the counter. And then she looks down and the Chastain character is all contorted in a weird sort of spidery exorcist sort of way under the counter. And it's like a jump scare.
Okay.
But she's got this big Stepford smile on her face. So I don't know. It's like,
is it scary or funny? It's that moment. I mean,
it's creepy. I don't know. Like it takes a lot, I think, to really scare me or make me jump these days. But like, sure. I understand in a theater,
but it's not like inadvertently funny is what I'm asking.
Well, that's a good point. If people find it ridiculous, in my experience, people actually jumped because they weren't expecting it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But that is funny that it's become sort of a thing. I'm actually loving like all the shared conversation about the experiences of watching this and like the memes. I've been sending you a lot of the memes.
Yeah.
The one that cracked me up the most was James Franco from Spider-Man 2 playing Harry Osborn.
Oh, that was very funny.
He's like walking out of rubble. And from the movie, this is his line in the movie. He goes, "I'm ruined." Oh, no. Over the top, it says, "Me after watching the Odyssey." Yeah. And then it's Harry Osborn being like, "I'm ruined. I have nothing left except Spider-Man." Wrecked by the Odyssey? Bring on Spider-Man.
What is kind of funny is it seems like the Spider-Man marketing is leaning on this is something like smaller scale and lower key to unwind after the Odyssey.
Right.
Right. I mean, they're really leaning hard into just ground level Spider-Man antics. And isn't that nice?
Right.
Uh, and I have a feeling it's going to work. I mean, I have no reason to think that movie is not going to perform like gangbusters. But that is interesting how the center of gravity has shifted, Uh, and you know what? This is Nolan's moment. It's not going to last forever.
Yes, we've talked about that in recent months. Yeah, I mean, with Spielberg and Disclosure Day, like he was the indisputable king of the world when it came to movies, and even if you weren't a film person, like you saw the new Spielberg movie, and you could count on it making all the money. And now it's kind of weird to see Disclosure Day be like, okay, received all right, it performed okay. So yeah, but this is Nolan's moment for sure.
Enjoy it while it lasts, and I think he knows that to some extent, right? I mean, the red carpet doesn't run infinitely into the horizon,
He seems like a very perceptive person.
Yeah, I mean, I sent you this article. I think it was in Vulture, listing like the 100 most powerful directors.
Oh yes.
Did you have a chance to glance at that?
I did. Actually, I'm going to pull it up right now. I didn't have it open for this, but I did, and it was very interesting.
Yeah, certainly. Just in terms, I mean, granted, this is filtered through the lens of the author of that piece, but as a snapshot of Hollywood at this moment, I found it, instructive.
Yeah, you know what? You just hit the nail on the head, because there were some people I was like, oh, interesting, really? But actually, if you do look at this moment right now, and what certain people could wield, don't even know if it'll be the same in a year. Maybe it wasn't the same 5 years ago, but right now, yeah, I feel like it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, well, and just sort of looking at the list is quite expansive, but just looking at the top 10, and when I sent it to you, I was like, you know who number one is without even looking at it.
Yeah,
no suspense. It's Christopher Nolan. I think 2 through 10 is just as interesting though.
Yeah, I'm opening it up. It has a paywall, so I'm like getting past the paywall.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Go ahead though. I remember most.
Well, in the number 2 spot, we have Ryan Coogler.
Yes,
which certainly in terms of directors who you're like, well, if that person is making a movie, I want to see it.
Mm-hmm. And a studio wants to make it.
Yeah, and the fact that, with Sinners, he was able to make a deal that essentially allowed the movie to revert to him in what was it, like 25 years, 30 years?
Yeah, something like that. I
mean, that was him betting big on his own talent, and it paid off beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you're going to see a lot more directors trying to get the Coogler deal,
Yep.
Number 3 is Denis Villeneuve.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's fascinating to me, because here's a guy who I've watched just slowly but steadily work his way up the rankings.
Yeah, would not have expected the director of Prisoners.
Yeah, I was going to use Prisoners. I remember watching Prisoners, and
the feel bad movie of the year.
I mean, a freaking great movie, but not one I can rewatch a ton,
Mm-hmm.
Between Dune and his James Bond revival. I mean, if James Bond hits, then he's gonna have his pick of whatever project he wants.
Totally. Hey, this is Brian, and that was a preview of an hour-long bonus episode where Zachy and I discussed reactions to the Odyssey, Vulture.com's ranking of the most powerful directors in Hollywood, and then we followed that up with a pretty lengthy discussion about the new trailer for Avengers Doomsday. If you'd like to hear the entire conversation, head on over to our Patreon feed, which you can find at patreon.com/moviefilmpodcast. Once you're there, subscribe for just $5 a month, and you'll be able to access all of our commentaries and all of our episodes without any ads or interruptions butting in. You'll also find bonus conversations like this one in their entirety, dropping about twice a month. So head on over to patreon.com/moviefilmpodcast and subscribe today. We'd be very grateful. Take care and see you next week.